aka Geeks.
Hey everybody, welcome to AKA Geeks. This is Real News. I'm your host Sean. Let's get right to it, you guys. First bit of news this week. John Williams, one of, if not most likely, the most well-known and most accomplished composer in the history of film. Not only is he known for scoring so many amazing pieces of work, so many amazing movies, is that he also scores a lot of films that Steven Spielberg does. I think up to 28 now, I think around there. Well, Steven Spielberg has two movies in the making right now. First off is Ready Player One and also The Papers. But which one is John Williams gonna do? John Williams will not be scoring Ready Player One, the big blockbuster film based on the book by Ernest Cline. He will be scoring The Papers. To score Ready Player One will be Alan Silvestri. Now, Alan Silvestri is no slouch in his own right. He did the score for The Avengers, Back to the Future. He's done a lot of good work himself. He's one of the top-notch composers in movies today and in the past as well. But I mean, this is an interesting one. I know there's a lot of people out there that really pay attention to this type of aspect of film. I like when a movie can hit that tone with the score, with the music, the villains, the antagonist's theme or the protagonist's theme. I love when it could do a good job with that. John Williams is amazing when it comes to that kind of stuff. And for something as big as Ready Player One, you want that kind of those moments. You really look forward to it. But at the same time, with something like The Papers, something more based in history, something that's going to have more of an emotional impact. I mean, you also wonder how that's going to go. I think he's going to do great, whichever way it would have gone. I think Alan Silvestri is going to do great as well for Ready Player One. Seeing as what he did with Avengers, that's the most recent work I'm aware of by Alan Silvestri. I think he's going to do great as well. But this is some interesting news. It would have been really cool if John Williams would have handled both, and but at the same time, that could have also degraded the quality of work. So I just thought it's interesting. Just want to let you guys know. Let me know what you guys think. Who are you in favor for, John Williams or Alan Silvestri? As I stated in previous weeks, Matt Reeves had an interview and he talked about the Batman, the movie coming up. He's now directing. Ben Affleck is still starring as of right now in the film, and he stated that it's going to be a type of noir type of Batman film. He has now stated this past week that he is not using Ben Affleck's original script. He's starting fresh, he's starting new. The script he uses is gonna fit where he wants to go with the film, and I'm assuming that it's probably also gonna fit better with the new direction of the DCEU, whichever direction that may be after the not so great performances critically of Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad. I really hope this doesn't upset Ben Affleck in any which way or form. He just did Justice League. I really want him to be the Batman. I really want him to do at least one of his own film. I want to see him in that role without all these other people interfering with the film. Flash, Aquaman or Superman. I want to see his film, and I really want to see him in this noir type of film. I want to see him kick some ass. I think Ben Affleck did a great job as Bruce Wayne and as Batman in Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice, and I want to see what he can do on his own. So hopefully this is in the best interest of the film as a whole. Hopefully Ben Affleck's on board, but this could be controversial. Let's jump on over to Disney. As you guys know, D23 is going on right now. I'm not going to be reporting on anything that's come out since the start of D23. Some stuff started coming out yesterday evening. I'm going to go back a little bit more in this week. First off, John Oliver from Last Week Tonight on HBO. He has been cast as Zazu in the live-action Lion King film. I do the air quotes for live action because this is going to be in the same vein of what the Jungle Book was, but I don't even think they're going to have any people in this film. I think it's going to be all the type of CGI that they use for Jungle Book. Either way, it looks real. So that's why they're calling it live action. I think it's going to be great. If the CGI at least is going to be great. The movie has a dear place in a lot of people's hearts, mine as well. It's top two Disney films for me, that and Aladdin. And so I really hope it does not do anything to harm my memory of the film, of the original. I know the original is always going to be there for me. Hopefully this only adds to this lineage of films. They have an amazing cast so far. I really am looking forward to this film. And as I mentioned, Aladdin, one of my other top two films. I don't know which one I like more, Aladdin or Lion King. But Aladdin, they're making a live action film as well. This one actually is going to be live action, starring human beings, not just CGI. Guy Ritchie will be directing, but things aren't going so well. He and Disney have put out a global casting call in hopes of finding their Aladdin. They haven't cast Princess Jasmine as of yet. They want to get the title character cast and then go from there, because they feel that chemistry between those two is a very, very important aspect of this film, and I totally agree with them. Now, you're talking about, they have tapes of people that have already been through the casting process of over 2,000 people they've sent. So they have those tapes. They're going through those. They need to find somebody that can sing, dance, and act, and do all that stuff. Triple threat, you know what I mean? I really hope that they can find this person. I think they are, and I think they're just being very, very meticulous about this. I've also heard word that people think that this might be something regarding Guy Ritchie. When I talked about this, when I first heard that Guy Ritchie was directing this film, if you look back at what I said, I was very kind of weary about that. I wasn't a full bore, you know, let's go for it, guys. This Guy Ritchie's the man for this film. I thought it would be interesting. I thought that he can do the genie role with the fast talk and the dialogue that he does, but I don't know about the rest of the film. So a lot of people are speculating that this could be a Guy Ritchie issue and not actually a casting issue. I don't know where I fall on that. If they had somebody in mind better than Guy Ritchie, somebody that could fulfill the needs of this film that's better suited for this type of film, then by all means. But definitely take your time, Disney. Take your time. Do not push this film out before it's ready. I am fine waiting for this film. It's supposed to be coming out, I think, at the end of next year sometime. So they're coming up on it where they got to get things going. They're supposed to start filming at the end of this year. So that's what I'm talking about. It's like, don't push it, you guys. Take a step back, figure out the issues, and go from there. Alright guys, last bit of news for this week. Neil Blomkamp, director of District 9, has stated in an interview this week that he wants to finish and conclude the stories of Christopher and Wickus from District 9. He wants to conclude that, but he will not create or make a sequel to the film District 9 without there being a story to tell. I appreciate this. I want to see a District 10. I'm assuming that's what the title is. A lot of people assume that as well. I would love to see that. But at the same time, if there's not a worthwhile story to tell, if there's not something in there with some heart that's going to do something for this needle and move it forward, if he doesn't have something that will build on what he accomplished with District 9, which was an amazing film, then, you know, wait. There's no need for it right now. It's already been, I don't know, what, 6, 7, 8 years? Just keep waiting. Figure this out, Neil. You know, get your stuff together, get your ideas together, and then go from there. As of right now, he's back doing short films. He just put out one. He released one called Zygote. I want to check this one out. I haven't had a chance to just yet, but if you have a chance, let me know if you guys have seen it, what you think about it. Alright guys, now on to the trailer segment. This week there were 3 trailers that caught my attention. First off is a film that I really loved, the original film. This is the sequel to it, Goon Last of the Enforcers. I'm really excited about this film. I watched this trailer. I saw the first trailer as well, and I'm only pumped up for this film. It looks like this is his story continuing. Sean William Scott's his character Paul Glatt, and it's changing. It's his arc. He's morphing. He's changing as a person, and he's growing, and he's about to have a baby, obviously, in this film. And I'm just liking where it's going. I love that he has to figure things out on the ice again. He's reached a pinnacle in his career, but then he's fallen from grace. So I like this idea. I can't wait for this film. I'm really looking for this one. I love the first one. I really have high hopes for this film. Next up is Bushwick. This one's starring Dave Bautista and Brittany Snow. I've been a fan of Brittany Snow for quite a long time. I remember when Josh Tucker Must Die. I loved her in that film, and I liked her in other stuff too. There was one, I forget the name of it right now, but she starred in it with Matthew Broderick. Matthew Broderick plays her uncle. She's in Vegas. She's a prostitute. Check that one out. I forget the name right now, but I've always been a fan of her. This one's also starring Dave Bautista, like I mentioned, and this one from the trailer looks like it's a film for Dave Bautista. In it, they show him, looks like an everyman kind of guy, but with some kind of back story or training of hand-to-hand combat, maybe some type of military training, because he knows some things as well in the trailer. It looks really cool. I love this idea that the imagination behind this idea of what's going on in the United States. There's martial law has been declared, and it just has me going. I want to see this. It reminds me of The Division, and I'm really looking forward to this one. I hope that their acting in this one is good. I hope that everybody else around those two can fill their roles. I'm really looking forward to this one to see what it has to offer. And the last trailer that I found this week, it wasn't widely announced that this trailer came out. It is called The Layover. It's starring Kate Upton and Alessandra Daddario, both beautiful women. So if you want to watch a movie starring beautiful women, watch this film, watch this trailer. They are best friends in this film, and they are on a flight going to Florida, and things happen from there, and they are at each other's throats trying to fight over a man. And so it looks interesting. I don't know how funny it's going to be. I think Kate Upton's been in maybe two other movies other than this. Alessandra Daddario, she has done well in San Andreas, also in True Detective, that one scene. And I think she's actually a rising actress, a rising actor. She's gonna do well in her career as an actor. And so far, from what I saw in the trailer, I thought it was funny. It got a few chuckles out of me. I want to see if it has any more depth than what it shows in the trailer, but I am interested. Alright guys, now on to the in theaters segment. This week in theaters there are two films that have caught my attention. First off is The Big Sick, starring Kumail Nanjiani. I talked about this film when the trailer came out, and it really caught my attention. It's I'm hearing only good things about this film. It's not, as far as I know, getting a wide release. It is coming to one theater near my area, so I'm happy about that. I want to get out there and see it. It looks good. I'm hearing great things about it, and it looks like it has some definite heart and good actors in it. I am very much interested in this film. The other one that's coming out this week is The War for the Planet of the Apes. This is the third film in the Apes trilogy. Again, with this one, just like The Big Sick, I'm hearing nothing but amazing things about this film. It's got me very pumped up and ready to see this film. Hopefully I can go see this within this week, and I can give you guys some feedback and some info on what I thought about it. I'm really looking forward to this one. I think you guys should check out both of these films in theaters this weekend. Alright guys, so that's it for this week's episode of Real News. Remember to click the like, share, subscribe buttons down below. Leave your comments, questions, suggestions in the comment section. Let's have a great conversation about all the topics I discussed today, and I will see you guys next time. Peace.
AK Geeks.